So, it's been a while. How have you all been? So, I guess I should more so than anything address where I've been for the past, a little while. You probably noticed that a couple of new videos dropped onto the channel. Those are just unlisted videos, at least the first two that you'll see. Those have always just kind of been there. They've just been unlisted. I listed them and they came up as new uploads, even though they've been like almost a year old now. So, needless to say, excuse me. Needless to say, those are not new videos. Those are just pieces of content for you to mull yourselves over and for you guys to enjoy in my absence. I guess I should really just kind of talk about where I've been and the future of this channel. It's not really it's not really that extensive. It just has a lot to do with my change of hobbies and just stuff that's new that's been going on. And yeah, let's just get into it. So, I've been gone for a while, and there's a pretty like standout reason as to why, and that mostly just has to do from a lack of motivation. I've been dealing with a lot of mental health struggles on my own accord, and I don't use that as an excuse to be lazy. That is definitely a motivator for why I've been lazy and not been uploading content. But I don't think uploading content and like trying to make content for you guys was something I truly really enjoyed. Um, and that's not to say I hate my audience. It's more to say that I just don't enjoy video editing like I once did. I think the standout moment. I used to own a lot of other channels. I don't have access to them anymore, but I'll probably link them all in the description as much as I can at least. But a lot of them are just really old. Most of them just were like old YouTube hoops, and I had a lot of fun editing stuff like that and stuff like Movie Maker and older versions of Vegas. And I'm even using Vegas right now to record this. But I'm really just talking about my older videos because I strictly just wanted to uh, get over the hurdle of talking about these things because I really enjoyed making those videos with friends back in the day. And even with my brother, like one of the older YouTube poops I made was just made in Sony Vegas, and I thought it was the funniest thing for a very long time. It's also one of my more popular videos. I have a lot of old channels where I just have random videos that end up hitting like 10K views, and that's really about it. They just hit the algorithm and they worked for the time, so good for them. But I don't really pay attention to them anymore, and sometimes I'll check in on them every now and again, but there's really not a whole lot else to say. I don't really have any plans to try to relive those days. I try to sort of just move on with my life, and I'm trying to do other things. And the videos that you did see this year, when I say this year, I mean like more so like the beginning of this year and a lot of 2022, were a lot of just me being bored and having just something that I can upload. And I just wanted to show it to you guys because it's like gameplay footage, or maybe it was like a clip from my stream, or just something like that, you know? I figured that would at least be okay to show to you guys at least once or twice every now and then. That being said, it's hard to say that I enjoy that type of content, and it's also hard to say that I enjoy making it. A lot of the times, especially with like the Pokemon Coliseum video, as you guys probably saw, um, I genuinely didn't have a good time playing that. I wanted to go for a better record than I did, and I came unprepared to it. And there was just a lot to it. Like as you could tell, I was streaming that game for 6 hours, and that was the longest I think I like sat in one game and streamed on stream like just on Twitch and just no breaks or nothing. It was rough. I didn't really expect to be in that game for 6 hours, so yeah, I don't think that's something I'll do for a while ever again. But if something like that does ever come up again, I would definitely be interested to try something like it again. It's again just I don't know if I'll stream it. I don't know if I'll ever do something like that again. I remember I used to do a lot of other things with my games that were just easy to do. Like I only would spend like 2 or 3 hours on them, and I would be satisfied. But with Twitch culture, it seems like they really want you to go for these really long Twitch streams, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. So the content on this channel isn't really going to be going anywhere. That's not really to say that there's going to be new content coming, because this is about as much as you're getting for the moment. Um, I guess I should finally stop beating around the bush and say that I'm going to college. I'm going to be going to school for a bachelor's degree in computer science, and naturally, I'll have to spend a year before doing all of that to work on math, because I need to. I'm really behind on my math grades, and well, not my math grades. It's more of just my math learning level. I never learned pre-calculus or anything really as close to that, so I'm just sort of just having to relearn everything, and it's going to be tough, but I'm going to push through it and do the best I can and force myself to work hard at it, because ultimately, if I can be a video game developer or a software programmer, I think I'd be pretty satisfied with it. That being said, those videos where you're seeing Unreal Engine on the top of on my YouTube page now, those are just like sneak peeks of just stuff I did on the Udemy course that I was basically just using that tutorial to teach myself, and it was nice. It was actually like a lot of fun to work on some of that stuff, even when it got frustrating. Um, I really did enjoy working on that, because it gave me a lot of insight as to whether or not I really wanted to do it. And I think eventually there's going to be a point where I do, because it just seems like the right thing. And, I was talking with a buddy of mine for a long, long time about it, and he says, yeah, I should try to shoot for it. So I guess I should also address the specific types of content you guys have probably checked either on my Twitch or on my YouTube here. Long story short, the Smash content's gone. There's a good chance I'm also gonna unlist all of those videos as well. They just take up space, and they don't particularly look great on my channel. I will keep one VOD up, and it's a VOD. I think it might have been the last VOD that I actually did, but it's a good memory for me. I had a lot of good laughs during that commentary, and I hope to have something like that again eventually, but it's not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately, because I don't really participate in Smash anymore. But if you guys still want to see those videos, I will make a playlist of them, and I will end up unlisting those videos, but I will eventually, if people want to request those of me, you're just more than welcome to comment of it, and then I'll just link it to you in the description or in the comments. Sorry. As for my Twitch speedruns, I was doing Metal Gear Rising speedruns for a little while. I haven't touched the game in about a year and a half now. I was actually planning on doing more speedruns of the game, like practicing and whatnot, getting better at it. The problem though is that the game's fucking hard, and I really didn't want to invest all that time into it if I didn't think it was going to pay off. And I mean, to be fair, right? Like I was doing better at it. I did get a PB of like a 139 or whatever, which is all right. I mean, it's not as good as other new game world records or like new game PBs that other people get, but I was still satisfied with my 139. And I mean, yeah, there was probably things I could have done differently, but I don't know. I enjoy playing MGR, just because there are times where, like, even though I get frustrated at it and call it a shit game, I do have a lot of memories with it. I played it a lot on the Xbox 360 when, I was going through high school and I had a lot of issues, and sometimes the only solace I had was to go home and play Metal Gear Rising and to just lose to Monsoon for the 15th time that day on Revengeance mode, because I just was not good at parrying. But I got better at it, or at least I tried to, and things just kind of work out. Things like one way or another, life just kind of throws stuff at you, and sometimes you lose interest in your old hobbies, and things just kind of fall apart. But as they fall apart, new things come up, and when new things come up, that gives you an opportunity to learn and to change. So I'm trying to take that lesson to heart, and as much as I like the game, I have to sort of move on, because it's an hour and a half that I can kill, if I really get better at it. But if I played it right now, honestly, I wouldn't even be able to do the railroad skip. I wouldn't even be able to do the sundowner cheese. I wouldn't be able to do any of it. I would just be a absolute fuck up on those. So I think for now it's best that I leave that game dormant and then come back to it once I have a better shot at like getting some, like if I have some time off, like maybe it's a semester or something, maybe I'll give it another shot, you guys. I don't know. With that in mind, I do know that there is a certainty of content that might come to this channel in more frequent droves as opposed to MGR speedruns. That, of course, being gaming development content. Um, Not really much else to say about it. It's mostly just going to be me messing with C++, and if I feel like documenting anything around about C++, Visual Studio, Unreal Engine, it'll likely go onto this channel. After I delist a lot of the stuff I didn't really want to have up on the channel. I'm gonna keep a lot of my older videos, and I'm actually gonna unlist I don't know, I might have already done it by the time I'm recording this, but I'm gonna unlist a video where it's a really badly edited Overwatch video, but I think you guys will probably like it just because it's funny, even though like it's not my favorite video. There are a lot of like videos I'm not super proud of on my channel, like the fucking WoW private server one. I pretty much only did that as a favor, right? Because it was more so like, oh, I did a favor for the guild that I was in, and I don't know. I thought it was fine. I'm not super proud of it though, because I wanted to do like more editing on that, but the person that, I'm not going to leak their name obviously, but the person that wanted me to work on the video strictly recommended I only do copyright free music, and I don't make money on this channel, so monetization really doesn't matter to me. But I mean, it was his request, so I chose to just use a generic copyright free soundtrack, and that's why the video ended up in a weirder state than I liked it to be. If I had the chance to go back and do it all over again, I'd probably fix it, and then it probably turned out to be a way better video, but it's fine, honestly. And with that being said, it's kind of time to come to a close here. It's been a while since we talked, I know, and there's probably not going to be a whole lot really to discuss from this point on. Motivation towards making new content, whether it's Master Duel, Dragon Ball Fighters, speedrun clips, really anything. It's sort of just fallen apart. Frankly, just a lot of stuff has happened where those types of things, while it's nice to indulge in them in my own spare time, it's not really something I want this channel to be the future for. I want my content, at least, if it does come back to this channel, to reflect my career, my potential future career, and I hope that you guys will stick around for that. And I know my subscriber base is probably varied in their own ways, and you probably either came here from, I mean, there's a good chance you came here from my shit posts. There's a good chance you came here from my streams, maybe from when I was doing Smash content. It all just really depends, if you guys are here to stay with me on this journey. I mean, it'll be a while. There'll be content droughts like normal, but maybe there's something great in for one day. Like maybe I'll show you guys some of the stuff I'll be working on. Of course, that would be mostly at your guys' approval, right? I do want to upload some content eventually, right? It's just again, it's not gonna be anything you guys might like quote unquote want to see, or maybe you will. I don't know, but I do know that with this new direction I'm putting my life towards, I think that it's best for me to just let you guys know. And people have also been wondering where new content has been, and this is just my response to it. So, in any event, I hope you guys have a good summer. It's May 11th of 2023 as I'm recording this. Um, Not a super hot day out, but it's dependent on where you guys live. So I can only really say that I hope you guys have a good one, and I hope you guys stick around. I love you all. Bye bye.